Well, hey guys, how we doing? It's Jasvinder, and our talk for today is the ghosts of the past. More like how to banish the ghosts of the past. So when people say, forget the past, just move on, just let it go, that is lazy thinking. It's lazy rhetoric. You can't just forget about something. You can't just get rid of something. And if you think that you have to, that's a form of laziness. It means that you have not examined the possibilities of what the past can offer you. How about that? So let's go through it. First of all, it's not about getting rid of the past. It's about getting rid of a bad relationship with the past. What do you look for when you look at the past? That's everything. The past can either nourish you or it can plague you. I think how the past can plague you is perfectly obvious. You look at the past and you just see a bunch of mistakes. You just see confirmation of a negative self-image. You see fodder for self-flagellation, beating yourself up. Let's just move very quickly to how we can relate to the past more constructively. The past is meant to be instructive. Think of yourself like somebody running a company, running a software company. You're going to put out the new edition, the new version of the software this year or in a few months. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to look at what you've done, and you're going to just ask yourself some simple questions, right? So things like what should be discontinued, what should be repeated, what should be amplified, what should be reduced, what should stay right where it is. These are constructive questions, for example. So one of the things that you can do when you look at your past is you can say, well, what have I lost touch with over the years that I would really benefit from reclaiming? You know, a lot of us went in the outdoors and camping and summer camp and spending time in nature as children, if you were lucky. And a lot of us fell out of touch with that. You know, I just recently learned that there's a guy that I went to high school with. His name is Evan Keeler Wolf. And if you look on this guy's Facebook and his YouTube, which I'll link you to, I just realized that this guy has been doing this aerial drone photography and videography of basically landscape photography with drones, with aerial drones. And it's just breathtaking. It's incredible. Every time I see him posting these things, it's amazing to me what he's done with things that most of us just let go of when we reach a certain age. He's got this, I think he's made a career out of this thing. It's called Adventure Mentor. So again, I'll link you to it because it's pretty cool stuff. So that's an example of looking at something that you may have lost touch with over the years and going back to it and adapting it to where you are in life now and what interests you and motivates you now can be incredibly healing and therapeutic. And it can create a sense of continuity, that there aren't just things you used to do and now you don't know why you don't do them anymore. Well, let's look at how you can start doing them again, right? What are you continuing that you should stop doing? Are you running obsolete software on your system? The thing about habits that are vestigial, that have been going on for a long time, is they actually reinforce beliefs you don't even believe anymore. But the habits, because behavior follows belief. Behavior follows belief. So when you act on behaviors that are symptomatic of old beliefs, then they end up reinforcing them. You end up getting a life, a response from the world, which is your life. Your life on the outside is just the world answering your call from the inside. It's the call and response between you and the world. That is your life. When you are saying things you don't mean anymore, but then the world is answering you, it's locking you into that old self. When you analyze your emotions and your thoughts from the past, the ways you used to think when you were acting that way, how you felt, you will see that you are not that person anymore. The thing about analysis, real analysis, is just the act of looking at something clearly with a kind of sober clarity is enough to prove that you are not that person anymore. It's enough to prove that you have moved on. You have moved on, because where did you find the distance to look at it? The things that you're right in the thick of now, you really can't see it. If you can see it, you have the power to change it. We ran a little over time today, guys, but thank you for your time. I hope this has served you, and we will talk again soon.